What is going on, people? Finally here with some BT11 gameplay. I'm super hyped to be playing this format for Nationals, of course, and it's just a lot of fun playing a bunch of new decks. Over here we got BlackWarGreymon as well as Crossheart, two decks that have gotten a lot of support in the new set. BlackWarGreymon, I think, one of the most infamous from the set just because of its ceiling and the fact that it is so powerful right now, just because of the removal it has, the difficult stacks to out, stuff like that. So we are just going to get set up here. The deck, of course, does still have its consistency kind of problem where you just still need a little bit of time to get set up. So here I'm just going to go ahead and evolve into an Agu-X. Just die to security and then just play a Searcher Agumon to go ahead and grab the BlackWarGreymon X, guys. And Crossheart does, of course, get some cool support as well. We've got the trio here. I like to call them the trio, Taiki, Kiriha, Nene. The start of your main phase, you get to trigger the effect to stick a Crossheart underneath it and then gain a memory and draw a card. So really nice for consistency and just some extra memory. Of course, we're going to see the Starmons just swing. Playing like a pseudo Rookie Rush, Champion Rush deck, drawing a card, hitting a Yuya, and immediately our opponent is just drawing crazy. We're going to go into the Cross 4 for a cost of 1. Yes, he did have the 1 copy, so fusing, of course, the 4 Digimon there, playing the Cross 4, and then on play, triggering draw 2. We've got Rush, so we can attack right away. Rush, and then Darulmon gives minus 2,000 to the security here, and Starmons, of course, when attacking, will get us an extra draw. Checking into the Metal Greymon, of course, is 6,000 in security, so then its end of attack effect is going to trigger, allowing you to basically put it underneath a tamer, put all your materials underneath the tamer, and unsuspend that tamer. So then we can just use the effect to Digicross once again using the Cross 5. This is pretty much like the most insane opening you can possibly have. Like turn 1, having a Taiki or a trio, and then turn 2 just like going to Cross 4, Cross 5. Of course, Digicrossing here, so reducing it by 2 for each of the 5 materials. Hence, 10 minus 10 is going to be playing for a 0 cost. Finally dying to the BlackWarGreymon in security. We do check 2 cards because of the, of course, just the keyword Sec Attack +1 on the Cross 5. And then we've got Material Save 3, so that means when this Digimon would be deleted, you can just save 3 of the materials underneath one of your tamers. So it definitely takes some managing. Sometimes you need to figure out which names you need to save, depending on like what's in your trash or what's in your hand. So it looks like we're going to save the Sparrowmon as well as the 2 yellow guys over there, and already I'm down to 1 security. So this is one of the flaws of BlackWarGreymon, as strong of a deck as it is. Decks like Grandis or Melga, or sometimes even Crossheart, if they can get going early, they can really just put you in a bad position early on, to where if you don't have your pieces, it's going to be hard to recover from that. But we're going to try, so we're going to evolve Promo Agu into the security here, or into the breeding, and then Agu X getting a search. Greymon Digivolving for 1, I really like this Greymon a lot. It just helps you be really efficient with your memory. So Digivolving the BT5 Greymon for 1, and then the plus 2,000 is also nice. Cool Boy being played for a cost of 3, just grabbing the Agu X, Digivolving into the new Greymon X antibody. Of course, triggering Cool Boy as well as the Yuya for the plus 2,000, and unaffected by option cards in here, basically effect from that. Metal Greymon allowed to Digivolve for 2, and this is what I'm saying, like the deck is so much more efficient now. You saw I just climbed from a level 3 into a 6 with basically just like 3 memory, right? Or I guess I had the memory boost, so 5 memory basically. So then we're going to swing into security, hitting a card, and then BlackWarGreymon X is going to reboot during my opponent's unsuspend phase. I don't have the Metal Greymon X, so you won't be able to trash the security card, and I also don't have the Blocker Greymon, so my opponent really just needs to get 3 swings in, because basically all I've got is the redirect from the BlackWarGreymon X here. So we are actually, once again, my opponent just showing how cracked he is with this deck, being able to play the Shoutmon Cross 7, their new boss monster that is really powerful. Like, this card's crazy. The downside being, of course, you just have to commit 7 cards to it, right? So we see the 4 materials, Sparrow, Star, Darulu, as well as Ballistamon. And then it does take Omega Shoutmon and a Zeke Greymon as well. So don't think we've got the Zeke Greymon, so we are going to play it for a 14 minus 6 or 10 cost, playing it for 4 here. and then of course ordering our stack. On play, he has a really strong on play effect, being able to delete something that has equal or lower DP than him, but of course we've got the BlackWarGreymon X to be able to protect itself from that ability. Now the problem is, now that we do not no longer have the X antibody underneath the BlackWarGreymon, it cannot redirect an attack. Or actually, no, I think it can redirect attack, but it can't do the deletion effect where an opponent's Digimon would unsuspend. So we can redirect. However, because the Shoutmon is so big, it gains 1,000 for each of its 2 materials, so it is sitting at 15, which I think also my BlackWarGreymon stack is at 15 because of the Yuya. It would threaten to crash. And Shoutmon's totally fine with crashing because they can save all their materials and just go again next turn. Meanwhile, I would be starting from square one. Ignore that. Not sponsored by KitKat, by the way. But we're just going to pass turn with the Akari, playing her for 3. And bringing out the Agumon, not a whole lot I can do here. I do have the Inherited underneath the BlackWarGreymon X to be able to attack unsuspended, but he's only sitting at 15, and once again, if I do crash, it'll put me much further back than it would my opponent. So we're just going to go into Agumon X, triggering the Cool Boy, of course, getting a search, taking the Gaiamon here, and just trying to dig for some more cards. Sitting at 4 memory is pretty good, setting up a BlackWarGreymon, as well as the Greymon X antibody, still going to 2, and just being able to evolve the level 5 for a 2 cost is so crazy. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with some of this new support cards. It's just absolutely crazy. So we're going to go ahead and just Digivolve that guy. I'm going to go ahead and swing security since our opponent doesn't have the Z-Greymon that gives a blocker. Doesn't have the blocker, but we will play the Taiki. So that's a super strong search, being able to reveal top 4, by the way. I think here he only... Oh, there we go. Top 4. So being able to add a cross heart and then put a cross heart underneath the Taiki to be able to utilize as materials, which, by the way, the Ballistamon there should be going underneath the Taiki, not the Akari, but that won't really matter too much. Metal Greymon going to be Digivolved. Really strong, being able to devolve to cross 7, so to be able to prevent the material save 4 is really big. Won't be able to delete it because the Omni Shout is 8,000, I think. But we're just going to Gaiamon, probably, I think is the play. I don't think I had another BlackWarGrey X antibody combo, so we're just going to Gaiamon Blitz, swing into 2 checks. Hitting a trio is super unfortunate. Rebooting, and then the reboot effect from the BlackWarGreymon X will trigger the effect to delete the Digimon with the lowest play cost, I believe. So being able to delete the Omni Shout, of course it saves itself, but we do get rid of all the other materials. So at this point, I've got a redirect from the BlackWarGreymon X and a block from the Gaiamon. Hopefully that will be enough, but with 0 security, all my opponent needs is basically 2 extra swings, which is not the most unreasonable thing in the world, especially because look at this. He's already at 5 memory, and then each of the trios will be able to trigger, so resolving them one at a time, being able to draw 1, gain 1, and then draw 1, gain 1 just by slotting a couple of Digimon underneath. Going on up to 7, we've got the Sparamon, which will have to bait out one of the blocks here, since I do have 0 security, so there's really no leeway for error here. So Sparamon is going to swing, triggering the draw. Of course, that's going to be redirected by the BlackWarGreymon X. Just to get that out of the way, still have 1 block from the Gaiamon. But like I said, this deck gets so much really cool support. We're going to see the Cross 3 being played, and then of course on Digicross we'll be able to utilize Taiki to be able to play him for a 7-6 for a 1 cost. On play does reveal top 3 to look at 2 cross heart cards, I believe, and just take them. So we do get 2 materials here. Not that it'll matter too much because we just need to swing since we've got Rush. The cross 3 will be able to swing right away. Akari, of course, will be able to get us another draw just to draw into more answers. Gaiamon blocking, and then material saving 2 of our cards here. Already got the Shoutmon, so no need to save that. And at this point, we are just going to Digicross. Once again, we'll be able to suspend one of the trios to be able to utilize our materials underneath. And looks like we've got a cross 5 here for game. Cross 7 maybe. We're going to use the Omni Shout, so it is indeed going to be a cross 7. So Omni Shout Z-Grey, I believe he's got the full line this time. Being able to play for a 2 cost is just absolutely crazy. And then on play, deleting the Gaiamon is fine, but all we need to do is just attack, and more than enough memory to do so. So guys, that is basically just going to be the game. Hopefully you enjoyed, and just wanted to show you guys that BlackWarGreymon and Xros are both really powerful decks. Of course, highly dependent on what you draw. Xros open absolutely insane that game, and that really doesn't happen that often. But anyways guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.